Today we are back at Universal Studios Hollywood for some insane park updates, including Halloween Horror Nights, as well as the brand new Fast and Furious coaster. Let's go get inside. Inside the park, and yesterday was actually the very last day that you can experience all of the Studio Tour 60th celebration stuff. So you can see they're in active preparation to tear everything down in the Universal Plaza. That's because they're getting ready for the little Latin America Plaza that they have during Halloween Horror Nights every single year. Yeah, it's getting torn down. So today when we get on the Studio Tour, we won't be jumping off the Studio Tour. We'll be staying on. Starting our day off here in front of the Fulbert Walking Dead location, because if you're a pass member, during the time of September select times, you can claim a free behind-the-scenes tour, lights-on tour of the Quiet Place Haunted House at Halloween Horror Nights. It's one of the pass member perks this year, and might I say a very good one. So make sure to check it on the website, the Universal Pass Holder portal. So you can check out how to claim that reward to get a lights-on tour of A Quiet Place. Wow, look at how incredible Monstros looks. The construction walls are down and the facade looks absolutely beautiful. You can literally see, I mean, this is more detailed than last year's Monstros. Look at all the sets and everything. All the decorations all over the place. Well, it looks like there's gonna be a character right there. Probably Muerte if I had to guess. You can just see all the different details. I love those gates guiding you into Monstros. I think overall, this is probably one of the most detailed facades I've ever seen, especially for an original here in Hollywood. Looks like, oh yes, on the other side there's a little boo hole. Looks like there's another opening right here. Could there be another scare actor right here? That's what it looks like. Are we gonna have two scare actors on the outside of this facade? Because if so, that's pretty freaking cool, to be honest. But while yes, the big haunted house is very exciting, what's also exciting is the Luchador scare zone right outside of it. And of course, this water monster, which is a very high resemblance of Gilman. But they have all the scare zone props all over the place, which I'm pretty freaking excited about. This is going to be one of the coolest scare zones ever. And there's one reason why. I'm a big wrestling fan, so this is right up my alley. But there's also another reason. Right behind us, they literally put a wrestling ring in this scare zone, which is like, wow. Talk about really going all out here. We have the short referee, which he kind of looks like leprechauns from Holidays in Hell. And you have the giant creature up there, giant wrestler against a not so giant wrestler right here. I love that attention to detail. It's pretty freaking cool. Of course, you have your screens up here that you typically see every year in this scare zone, as well as all the other different pieces of art all over the place for all the different monsters. We got a cool looking cart right here, different luchadors on the side, some more wrestlers strapped in cages right here. This will be the exit of the house right here, Monstros number 2, and you'll exit right into this scare zone. I don't know if you guys saw or not, but I now have like a little mic that I'm wearing attached, so now I can stand far away and do like different audio recordings. I'm not going to use it all the time, mainly more so when it's like loud, like we have Super Silly Funland right behind me. So it's going to be kind of on and off if the audio sounds different, but just figured that way during haunt, when everything's all loud, you guys can kind of better understand. So yeah, let's go ride the studio tour though, and then we'll go check out some other construction along the way. It'll be interesting to see how much they've removed as far as the photo ops go, since they are getting prepared for Terror Tram in that space from the Studio Tour 60th. We'll see right now once we hop on. Well, one thing's for sure, since I had to get a snack before I got on the Studio Tour, they're still selling the 60th shaped pretzels. Gotta love that. Just got off the Studio Tour to kind of recap everything. Man, that Fast and Furious roller coaster is huge. You can literally see it like all over the place when you're riding the Studio Tour, and just all over the place in the park. the supports that they just recently installed are massive, really impressive stuff. Then we passed by Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is going to be Leatherface is a Legacy. That facade has been revealed. It looks absolutely incredible. This will be the goriest haunted house of this year at Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. So pretty exciting stuff there, especially since those construct walls are now down. Oh, I skipped ahead a little bit, but I tried to get a shot inside of Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines, which is going to be in the soundstage right behind Jurassic World: The Ride. It was very, very hard, as you saw. Looks like they're starting to remove a lot of the 60th stuff. They're still playing a lot of the 60th clips, I assume, just until they film new updated stuff without the 60th logo plastered all over the place. But around the Terror Tram area / Bates Motel, they're slowly starting to remove all the different photo ops just one day out. And then, yeah, the rest of the Terror Tram looks absolutely incredible already, just with how big all the plywood is and everything. It looks like they're creating kind of like a gauntlet as they do every year, and you can kind of make out the shape of the Blumhouse logo at the very end as well. But to top that all off, I didn't get a picture of Insidious because I suck at getting pictures of those. However, the facade looks just as good as it has been in the past videos that we've covered it. But that's all for studio tour stuff, so now let's go up to the rest of the park and go check out all the new stuff. Let's go make our way into Hogwarts because there's some exciting stuff going on in there as well. Universal Studios Hollywood is encouraging everybody to celebrate back to school or back to Hogwarts. So they have bundles and stuff for different school supplies. Let's go in the shop over here and see if we can spot any of those bundles. This is literally such a good freaking deal right here. It's $80 for a Hedwig plush, a journal, and a backpack. That is like one of the most incredible deals ever. And that's all because they're celebrating back to Hogwarts or back to school season. And honestly, being in this gift shop and seeing all the detail as far as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter goes makes me really excited for the Wizarding World land that just got announced for Epic Universe. All the details have been revealed, and I'm really excited to see. I had this big plan to film my anticipation video as far as HHN houses go here at Universal. However, it's very busy, so we're gonna go down to the lower lot, check out all the updates down there, and I'm gonna try to look for a quiet place, although who knows. I also forgot my monopod, so call me an idiot or just a poor planner, but I guess we'll see. Stay tuned, let's go to the lower lot. All right, I think I found my spot, everyone. I'm kind of overlooking the lower lot. So make sure you're subscribed with those notifications on, because this video that I'm about to film right now, probably for the next 20 minutes, will be coming out on the channel a little bit later. My anticipation list for HHN. Right up there in the corner, right behind that palm tree is where I was standing filming my anticipation video. So palm tree provided me with shade as well as the coverings at the top. And an amazing view. Wow, Transformers ride is sitting at 40 minutes right now at noon. That's right, 40. That's pretty nuts. However, I don't blame the people for waiting in line. It's nice AC in there. But yeah, if you guys are wondering, the weekend is going to be literally right back there. So there should be like a little sign right up here that says the weekend Nightmare Trilogy. And then everybody will kind of line up right where those railings are at. But that's where the weekend Nightmare Trilogy will be at. And then of course you can look for Super Nintendo World over here if you're confused on where to go. It'll be really cool to see when we can see the Fast and Furious coaster from down here. Right now it's all towards the left-hand side of the upper lot, but there's gonna be active work over there very soon, so we'll be able to see some supports up there as well. That'll be a really great view right down here from the lower lot. Also with all the trees and everything, that'll make for great photos and video. Check it out, everybody. Look at the view currently of Dead Exposure, Death Valley, the facade. Look at all the chain link all over the place. It's gonna be really like interesting to get into the actual house, but it's gonna make you more immersed in the facade. Like you start the haunted house on the outside rather than starting it on the inside. Same with, like Texas Chainsaw. There's chain links on the outside, so it makes you feel like you're already inside the haunted house experience. I like when they do that. They used to do that all the time, like kind of enclosing the facades. Like I know one year they did that with Walking Dead, where you actually had like a little maze outside, and that was like before Nintendo was there. They put that right behind Transformers in a tent. Talking about that Walking Dead. But yeah, Dead Exposure Death Valley facades looking pretty good right now. That cart just rolled up, so definitely adding more stuff in there. The current talk on this, I'm already giving an update just with everything as far as the HHN houses go. He says there's tons of bodies being added right now. to Dead Exposure Death Valley. So, wow, everybody, look at that view right there. This is the best view that we've gotten by far of the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster. That support beam is insane. It's intimidating. It's all the above. Like I said, that's the one that you can see just all over the place throughout the park. You see even more track being installed up there with those awkwardly shaped supports, and that's just because of the terrain it's built on. But yeah, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, since the last time we covered this project, it's sprouted up a lot, like a whole lot. So many supports all over the place. Where before there was like a couple supports and like a couple pieces of track, now they're going crazy with it. This isn't the only angle. We still got to go over there by Super Silly Funland. Right here's another angle of that support beam right there, or the many support beams, as well as it looks like they're preparing for more supports to be installed all over here. We're obviously closer to that new curved track piece and a straight piece right over there. Probably what looks to be the brake run, my guess. And then obviously the big station. All over the place. Work going on all over the place. Wow. Oh, there's a VIP tour guide over here talking to this group about all the construction going on. It's exciting for everybody. All right, no, this is still the best view of the Fast and Furious coaster, hands down, because you can see how big the loading station is. Honestly, all of them are the best views because there's just so much different work going on between all the different angles that we stand from. But obviously, like I said, you can see, look at all the people in scale compared to how big the freaking loading station is. And of course the queue line which will go in there and everything else. But you can kind of get an idea of exactly where the track is going to be laid out. This is going to be an inversion right here. That's what that massive support is for. And then there's all these little baby ones down here for bank turns and whatnot. Oh, look, here comes the Glamour Tram coming on down as well. You're gonna get a great view passing on by. Lots of fun going on here this hot summer day. Lots of progress being made since our last visit and our last recap of the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift coaster. Back to HHN stuff. We know that this area right here will be called the Murder of Crows Scare Zone, where we'll see a brand new character, Mama Crow, and Baby Crow in a nest. But Mama Crow will actually be like an actual still walker, as well as the other crows that we saw last year in the brand new Murder of Crows Scare Zone, which will be located, like I said, right here in front of the Wizarding World for Halloween Horror Nights. Right here in the New York area, we are going to be having a scare zone called Skull Lords, which is kind of like a medieval twist, like a Renaissance type of twist on skeletons. So I'm sure we'll see the fire towers pop up very soon. A lot of people are saying like they should make them designed to like castles and stuff like that. Yeah, that'll be the main scare zone here in the New York area of the park. There's no preparations yet for the show that's going here, which is the Purge Dangerous Waters quite yet, the Waterworld Theater. However, I don't think we'll see a sign or anything, as they typically put the sign up after the main park closes. So I don't think we'll see any preparations as far as noticing it during the daytime operations. However, the Purge Dangerous Waters will be a returning show coming here to the Waterworld Theater. And then right outside of the Purge Dangerous Waters will be the Saws. Chainsaw Punks will be the scare zone down here, further down in this area, in the front part of the park. Wild Chainsaw Punks running around with chainsaws in their hand. Pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So we wrap up our day here. Let's take a look at all the new Horror Nights merch that's been added. So new to me, at least. The Insidious the Further shirt right here is new to me, as well as the candles. And then they also added these since the last time I was here. Just the generic Horror Nights t-shirts. This one's Blacklight Reactive. That one's kind of got like a Mardi Gras feel with Lil Boo right there, as well as ornaments and coasters and magnets and a whole multi-use decal sticker sheet. Some fun buttons right there as well. Always love the buttons. Let's see if there's anything on this side. We've seen the Quiet Place one. We've seen the Ghostbusters one. This is like generic Universal Monster stuff. So I think that is all for now. Yeah, it looks like that's all. And then Chucky, I have that shirt. I may wear that on opening night. They were selling that last year as well, so looks like nothing new to me other than
Insidious, and then those regular Horror Night t-shirts over there. And that'll wrap it up for our visit here to Universal Studios Hollywood. And check out all the updates around the park. Horror Nights is literally only a month away. Orlando is literally only like 20 days away. So lots of fun stuff going on here on the channel and just in the haunt world in general. If you're new here, please subscribe with those bell notifications on and leave this video a like if you did enjoy it. My name is Scott. You've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key. Most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.